Will the rain stay away for the Twilight Parade? I'm Joe Crane, live inside the main gate of the fairgrounds. I'll have the answer coming up.
And I'm Liz Foster. Let the 10 days of fun begin. A special edition of your local news at 6 starts right now. "160 years of showcasing Illinois history and excellence is about to get underway in the capital city. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Twilight Parade. Welcome to Illinois State Fair Twilight Parade and your special edition of Local News at 6, where in just a few minutes the parade is going to kick off right here at 9th and North Grand in Springfield's North End and travel through the streets of the capital city. We've got live team coverage of the annual parade. 2/3 of the Sunrise team are with us. Natalie and Joe, they're going to help bring us some of the coverage from the parade. But let's take a look at that parade route really quickly, everybody, in case you still want to head down here. Again, the parade will begin any moment now. It starts here at 9th and North Grand and will travel down 9th Street to Peoria Road. From there, we'll head north on Peoria Road to 11th Street and right through the fairgrounds main gate. Now, the parade cannot start without this woman who spearheads the 10-day festival known as the Illinois State Fair. State Fair Manager Amy Bleefnick, thanks so much for taking a few minutes of your hectic schedule for us.
It's great to be here. So happy you guys are here to join with us. Look at this crowd. Isn't it awesome?
I was going to say, you've been planning this since last year. What's it like for it finally to be here?
It's so fun. I feel this adrenaline and this rush, and people are excited, and there's so much things to see and do at the Illinois State Fair that this is a great sign of the crowds to come.
Tell us some of the new things that we're going to be able to see this year at the fair.
Well, Happy Hollow is all new. We've got Bengal tigers and giraffes and kangaroos and great animals, but we have CrossFit and cheerleading competition. We have a big stage down there. And, of course, the Budweiser Clydesdales. We couldn't be happier.
Now, attendance-wise, the Illinois State Fair ranks in the top 10 in the nation for attendance. So, aside from good weather, what's the key to getting people out here at the fair?
Well, I think it's great weather helps, but I think we have so many new attractions. I think the most important part, though, is keeping the fair affordable. We are one of the lowest admission fees in the entire country. We're very proud of that. Once they get on, there's so many things to see and do that are still free.
All right. Time for a fun little game called the Lightning Round. I'm going to ask you a question. Give me the first thing that comes to your mind. What's the one grandstand act you can't wait to see this year?
Toby Keith.
Okay. Two things that families should bring with them to the fair.
Sunscreen and money.
That's a good one. Favorite fair food?
Corn dog.
One thing you can't leave the fair without?
Stump me on that one. Without seeing the butter cow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. State Fair Manager Amy Bleefnick, thank you so much for joining us. Try to enjoy yourself over the next 10 days, will you?
I will. Thank you so much. Hope you do too.
Thank you. All right, Amy is going to take her place in the parade along with dozens of others, just like ABC News Channel 20's Natalie Sparacio and photojournalist Chris Brooks. They're roaming the parade route, checking out all the different floats and groups. Natalie, what have you found?
We are here with Angela Holland. She's with the Mid-State Mayhem Roller Derby. Her derby name is
Hot Mess Holland.
And the girls are skating around us. Tell us about what your team does in our area.
Well, we are actually a nonprofit organization. We practice at Skateland South right by Knights Action Park. We're actually putting on a home bout September 7th at the Prairie Capital Convention Center. And our charity is the Northside Children's Community Library. For every home game, we pick a charity and a portion of our proceeds go to a charity.
That's fantastic. So you guys are always giving back and you're always looking for more people to participate, right?
Yes, we're always recruiting new people. Actually, at our September 7th bout, you can sign up for our boot camp, 18 and older. We'll have more information there. So if you think you have what it takes, come on out.
Speaking of having what it takes, roller derby is a little bit brutal, a little bit intense. What is it like to be out there?
You know, there's a lot of strategy into it. There's a lot of endurance. There's a lot of, physically you have to take hits and give hits. It's a very mental game. It's great. You should come check it out sometime.
I'd be a little bit nervous, but it looks like you guys have it covered. Have so much fun in the parade. We're going to go ahead and toss it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Natalie. Well, now that we have officially helped kick off the Illinois State Fair Twilight's Parade, let's take a look. We started the parade with several different law enforcement agencies. Following behind are some color guards. We've got cheerleaders, fire departments, several different groups and organizations all promoting causes, and of course politicians are all out here today. But we're going to step away for a quick moment from the parade to bring you headlines of the day, so we'll send it back in the studio to ABC News Channel 20's Chantel Middleton. Chantel?
Liz, thank you so much. A new report shows the number of Illinois children killed or abused or neglect over the past year will be the highest in a quarter century. The Illinois Department of Children and Family Services says 94 of the 233 deaths investigated during the last fiscal year involved evidence of abuse or neglect. With 45 more cases still under investigation, the number will likely pass a previous high of 102 deaths in 1989. A man in Jacksonville pleads guilty to charges of aggravated child pornography. Our media partner, WLDS Radio in Jacksonville, reports 36-year-old Bobby Lawson will spend the next 8 years in prison. Authorities say Lawson had in his possession 4 videos depicting girls under the age of 13 engaging in sexual acts, and they say he posted them online. The Morgan County State's attorney says Lawson did not create the videos and no local children were involved. A one-time top aide to the former head of the State Department of Public Health is now accused of bribery and theft. A grand jury indicted Quinshanta Golden. Authorities allege Golden took $433,000 in kickbacks for moving grant and contract money to certain groups. The accusations relate to the early 2000s when Golden was chief of staff to Eric Whitaker. Golden also faces one charge of witness tampering and obstruction of justice for allegedly trying to convince a potential witness to lie to investigators. A new measure could change the way you get courtroom coverage from the media. Judges in the 6th Judicial Circuit Court approved the use of cameras in the courtroom during a meeting just last week. The 6th Circuit includes Champaign, DeWitt, Douglas, Macon, Moultrie, and Piatt counties. It's all part of a pilot program that was approved 18 months ago, but not everyone agrees with the measure.
Especially with what we do in prosecution, we're dealing with people that may have been through a very traumatic event, may be very emotional for them, and they may have concerns about having their picture on TV.
There are safeguards in place for all jurors and particular witnesses. The program is active in more than 24 counties statewide, but the state's high court has the final say on if the 6th Circuit will be included. Ducking Davis, that's what a group here in Central Illinois is nicknaming Congressman Rodney Davis over claims that he refuses to cooperate with an investigation. People in Champaign today delivering dozens of rubber ducks to Davis's office for ducking the Congressional Ethics Committee. The committee's focus is on possible Finance Committee violations by Congressman Aaron Schock. That committee has recommended that Davis be subpoenaed as a part of the investigation. During a stop in Nokomis, we asked Davis about the group's concerns.
Well, it's nice to know that the political funny season never ends.
Davis was in Nokomis to tour the Hanson Materials Service Quarry. He highlighted the lack of a long-term highway infrastructure bill at the federal level. Davis says he plans to start crafting one through the Transportation Infrastructure Committee he is a part of in the House. Nearly $11 million going toward a new road construction project in Sangamon County. A portion of Interstate 72 near Illiopolis will be resurfaced from County Highway 34 to the Macon County line. The money is coming from the state's Illinois Jobs Now program. The governor says the I-72 project will help improve road safety and efficiency, as well as help employ a number of construction workers. And the retailer Meijer is planning to hire more than 9,000 new employees across 5 states in the coming months. That includes around 900 new positions here in Illinois. The company says the hiring blitz is because of growth within the company and early preparation for the holiday shopping season. Meijer says most of the new positions will be part-time. And as this year's state fair kicks off, Springfield police are reminding parade goers to be safe. First and foremost, don't enter the parade route and be mindful of children running onto the route for candy or for other items. Keep in mind that parade float operators may not be able to see you or others who enter the route. Candy and other items will be distributed by parade participants on the sides of the route. Officers are there to provide a safe, secure, and of course a festive environment for the fair. And now all eyes are on him, the weatherman. We are hoping for nice, mild, rain-free weather for the entirety of the Illinois State Fair. Storm Team 20's Joe Crane is live at the State Fairgrounds with a first check of your forecast. Hey there, Joe.
All right, Chantel, we've got a half of that right. Not exactly mild, it's rather muggy here on the State Fairgrounds and all over Central Illinois, but at least it's rain-free with cloudy skies, some peaks of sunshine. Our roving Prairie Heart Tower Cam on the move through the State Fair parade route, showing all the activities that are going on Springfield's north end as we prepare for a Twilight Parade forecast that features generally cloudy skies, a muggy evening with parade time temperatures in the upper 70s. As we look ahead to the first weather overnight, we'll look for a low of about 62, upper 70s by midday, a high of 80 tomorrow with some scattered showers or thunderstorms coming our way. Again, I look for the forecast to be rain-free this evening. We'll look for those showers and thunderstorms coming up after midnight. In just a little bit, we're going to see the parade route making its way right through the main gates onto the fairgrounds. For me, I can't wait. Liz?
Hey, thanks so much, Joe. We are live where the parade kicked off at 9th and North Grand. We've got several different fire protection districts going through right now. A bunch of kids behind them waiting for their turn. Don't go anywhere. We've got much more from the Twilight Parade coming up, including a haunted float you have to see to believe. Don't go away.
It's the OCI Cam at Lake Springfield Marina. You're watching ABC News Channel 20.
Welcome back to ABC News Channel 20, your local news at 6. I'm Liz Foster, live at the Illinois State Fair Twilight Parade to kick off this year's 2013 State Fair. We're at the corner of 9th and North Grand where the Twilight Parade kicked off a little bit ago. Most of the fire protection districts, fire trucks from all over the region just went by. Now we're going to have, there's a big group of Governor Pat Quinn supporters, followed by NAACP. There's bands, cheerleaders, all sorts of different groups waiting for their turn to get going. And ABC News Channel 20's Natalie Sparacio is actually inside the parade route right now. She's found some wicked little fairgoers, right, Natalie?
We are here with the Spook team from Rochester. A very scary experience for me. I do not like haunted houses, so I'm taking one for the team right now. We're here with John. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do other than scare people. Which one's John? Hi, John.
Hi.
It's a little bit hard to focus right now. What's your guys' main purpose other than scaring people?
Raising money for the Lions Club.
Raising money for the Lions Club. And in years past, how much have you guys given back?
Oh, lots of money. Lots of money.
And how many people participate and dress up like this?
We have about 50 actors a night.
50 actors. And what's your favorite part of doing this?
Scaring people like you.
It is very scary. It's a little bit overwhelming right now. Why is it so much fun to be in the parade and scare people? I'm not quite sure what is happening. I think he's eating the microphone right now, quite possibly. Are you guys hot in these costumes?
Yeah, these aren't costumes.
They're not costumes. They're actually real zombies. Hate to break it to you guys. All right, well, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. I hope I make it out of here alive so I can do the news tomorrow morning. We'll toss it back to you while I can.
Oh boy, a zombie apocalypse. That sounds scary. All right, as we head to break, the forecast is coming up, and it promises to be a delightful evening for fairgoers to check out the Twilight Parade. A little on the muggy side, but showers and thunderstorms are on the way. I'll have your forecast straight ahead. Welcome back to our special coverage of the Twilight Parade to kick off the Illinois State Fair. I'm Storm Team 20 meteorologist Joe Crane, live just inside the main gate of the fairgrounds. A big crowd behind me anticipating the floats, the politicians, the bands, all the hoopla of the parade coming through that gate here in just a few short minutes, making way for what promises to be a delightful evening for the fairgoers to kick off this year's Illinois State Fair Parade. Of course, we have our Prairie Heart Cam roaming about the fair parade route, and you can see there's quite the crowd established, enjoying the floats coming by, the bands charging up. Promises to be a delightful night here at the fairgrounds, though a bit on the muggy side, as we see in our current almanac numbers for this 8th day of August, showing a high of only 80 degrees, but the dew points were on the high side, so even though the temperatures were a little below that normal high of about 85, 86, it made for a sultry day around the area. Current conditions from the Abraham Lincoln Capitol Airport in Springfield, we have 80 degrees. The winds are out of the north-northeast at 5. The barometer is at 29.93, and the relative humidity is at 69%. Temperatures around the area, upper 70s to around 80 degrees, including 79 in Jacksonville, 80 in Lincoln, 75 in Taylorville. Decatur checks in at 78 degrees. Winds generally out of the north-northeast to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. and the dew points a bit on the sticky side, to say the least, upper 60s to low 70s, so that tropic-like air mass still hanging behind the front that came through last night that's moved off to the south, but we'll expect high pressure to build in a couple of days to bring us more comfortable weather. Meantime, the check of our satellite and radar around central Illinois, pretty quiet weather, a few spotty showers earlier today, mainly into east central into the southeastern portions of mid-Illinois. Otherwise, a bigger view of the satellite and radar for the region, showing some showers earlier today through southern Missouri, weakening as they moved into some drier air aloft. Otherwise, it's been a cloudy day all across the region. Now, as the front stalls out to the south on our futurecast, low pressure moving along the boundary will bring rain chances back into central Illinois later tonight. We can't rule out a spotty shower this evening, but I think most of the rain will hold off until late tonight and continue to pop up tomorrow before finally diminishing late Friday night. No severe weather expected, but some of the stronger storms could produce locally heavy rains. Overall, most locations around the area could pick up between a quarter inch to about a third of an inch of much needed rain. Our pollen forecast stays in the moderate levels the next few days, with grasses and common weeds the most active pollens. Our Storm Team 20 forecast shapes up like this: mostly cloudy and muggy this evening. Again, we can't rule out a stray shower, but the rain and possibility of some thunderstorms should hold off until the overnight hours, with a morning low of 62 degrees. Scattered showers and thunderstorms going to be expected tomorrow with highs around 80. Then our 7-day forecast keeps the rain chances going through Friday night, but will diminish well before the weekend starts Saturday morning. The weekend forecast looks excellent for fairgoers: abundant sunshine and slightly cooler than normal temperatures for early to mid-August in the lower 80s and overnight lows in the low to mid-60s, not to mention lower humidity in general through the extended period. There's also a slight chance of a passing shower storm Monday as another weak cold front passes by. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine next week with highs near 80 degrees. Of course, you can check it all out anytime at WICS.com on our weather page. Of course, we're hanging out here just inside the main gate of the Illinois State Fairgrounds, and I see a fairgoer here. What is your name, ma'am?
Patty.
Patty, where are you from, Patty?
Taylor Springs, Illinois.
Where is that?
Way down south. It's 50 miles south, east of Litchfield.
Oh, wow. Wait, almost in southern Illinois.
Almost.
Yeah, almost, but still a central Illinois girl. How long have you been coming out to the fair over the years?
Oh, since I was little, I guess.
Yeah. And
I work up here. So.
Okay, now what do you look forward to the most besides the parade? When you come to the fair, what do you look forward most to?
The butter cow.
The butter cow. and food-wise, what do you prefer?
Gyro.
The gyro. Oh, that's good stuff. And anything deep fried on a stick?
No.
No. So you eat a little healthier.
Gonna pass on that.
Well, bringing the family with you?
I got my great niece, my daughter, and 2 of my granddaughters.
Oh, they're the granddaughters. Well, Patty, thanks so much for coming out. Have a great time at the fair. What's that?
Lucio Moxie.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to see you. Have fun at the fair. Are you going to ride some rides? All right. She can't wait for the rides and can't wait for all the fun of the Illinois State Fair. Back to you, Liz.
The final major in the PGA of the year, the PGA Championship, teeing off this morning in Rochester, New York. Illini golf coach Mike Small in the field, along with former Illini Luke Guthrie, D.A. Points, and Steve Stricker. Jim Furyk coming out of the gates on fire, seeking his first major championship in 10 years, drains the lengthy birdie on 16. Furyk tied for the lead at 5 under. Adam Scott making a late charge at Oak Hill. He sinks his 5th birdie in a row on the 8th to get to 5 under. Scott through 16 right now and sitting at 5 under. Tiger with some early bright spots in his first round, but a bad shot out of the rough on hole number 9 is 18th, leading to a double bogey and a score of 1 over par.
I played really well today, and as I said, just a couple, one loose 9-iron in there. But I made a few par putts out there as well. But the round realistically, could have been under par easily.
The Cubs wrapping up their series with the Phillies before heading to St. Louis. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Phillies, and Darren Ruff has been tearing up the Cubs. Blast this one for the 2-run shot to make it 4-0 Phillies. Cubs trying to get something going. Nate Shearholz gets all of this one. It is gone for the solo shot. Cubs cut the lead down to 3, but then things will get really bad for Chicago. Bottom 4, Cody Ashley, 2-run home run. Phillies crushed the Cubs 12-1, the final. This week in the NASCAR Nationwide Series is in Watkins Glen, New York, and for Justin Allgaier, This race will be one he'll remember forever. It's his first race he'll be racing as a father. Justin tweeting this picture of his new baby girl, Harper Grace, that was born this morning. He had talked about her arrival for months, and now it was supposed to fall near the Bristol race weekend, but she came about 3 weeks early. Justin will be in the 31 Brandt car this weekend, though, in New York.
I mean, I've accomplished a lot of really cool things in racing, but to see my child and to hear her cry for the first time, it's something that you really can't explain. No matter where we finish this weekend, good or bad, I've got something to look forward to come home, and this will be a race that forever on the schedule. It's going to go down and be her birthday weekend, so just a cool experience.
Well, that's going to do it for your look at sports.
Welcome back, everybody. The Twilight Parade still going on behind us here at 9th and North Grand, but Joe Crane is at the entrance of the fairgrounds, and he's still waiting for the beginning of the parade to get there. Joe, what can you see now?
Well, right now, Liz, I can look down the street and I see a few police squad cars coming my way. The sirens are on, the lights are on, so that means the parade is just moments away from making its way onto the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Can hardly wait. The excitement is palpable in the air, or maybe that's just the high humidity. At any rate, our forecast for the rest of the evening, we expect to see a few scattered showers after midnight. We're going to be rain-free during the parade, and then scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, making way for what promises to be a gorgeous weekend all across central Illinois. Sunshine Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 80s, and more of the same with the exception of a shower thunderstorm on Monday, but the week ahead looks pretty good. Liz?
Thanks. Thank you, Joe. That's going to do it for us out here at the Twilight Parade. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to stop by and see all of your favorite ABC News Channel 20 personalities at the fair over the next 10 days. We will see you tonight on Nightside at 10. Have a great evening, everybody.